So, welcome back to the Turnaround Tribe, where we talk real transformation, real fitness, and building bodies that last in the real world without taking ourselves too seriously. Today, I've got a good friend with me, someone who sculpts an incredible physique and an even stronger mindset. A man who can train like a Spartan and still enjoy a dirty burger or two when the moment calls for it. Tom, welcome back, mate.
Thank you. I'm not so sure about the two burgers. Not in the same sitting, anyway.
Oh, we can talk about that another time. Right. Shall we flex the mind before the muscles?
Let's.
Anyone who doesn't know you, how
Yeah.
would you describe yourself in one sentence?
A bloke that's trying to find a balance between pushing himself every single day, just to be that 1% better, physically and mentally, whilst trying to maintain a happy home life, a happy wife, happy kids, and work.
And your good lady, I understand she's now training with you. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. So Kate took the leap from training at home every morning to coming into the gym with me most mornings.
Kicking or not too bad?
It's been absolutely amazing. We both really loved it. I think we probably enjoyed it way more than we both thought we would.
So that's what, weights and...
Yeah, mainly weights. So I'm just in the process at the moment of trying to put some muscle mass back on post Ironman and 24-hour walk this year. But I'm really, really enjoying that process. It's nice to get back in, lifting some heavy weights, lifting them well. Just, sort of getting back into that groove, out of the sort of endurance side of things for the moment. And then we move back into them in the new year. So this is probably short lived, but it's nice getting back to it whilst we can.
So what? I mean, you know, when you went through the Ironman stuff that I know you did, and that's incredible. Did you lose muscle mass?
Yeah, and I really wanted not to, and I thought at the beginning that I would be able to maintain quite a lot of muscle mass, and I also thought that I'd be able to fit that training in as well as the training that I need to do for the Ironman. I probably managed to keep it up for about 3 months, and then realised that I wasn't actually getting anywhere trying to sort of spread myself across everything. You know, when you actually miss something and then you go back to it, it's like, yes, this is what I love.
And I think you don't know that until you've actually been there, done it, and it's one of those things that, you know, I know that you and I have talked about many times. So what got you hooked on training? Was it passion, pain, pure accident? Was it me, the guru?
Yeah, I was going to say I looked up to you, but as I'm
Not many people do it 5'8", mate, but thanks.
So it was born out of a complete lifestyle change. I'd let my drinking get away from me, and as part of my plan out of drinking came the gym. I tried lots of different things to fill my time with, from yoga to cold water swimming to mountain biking to tennis, squash, badminton, everything and anything, running. And for me to go, actually, wait a minute, I really enjoyed going to the gym in my early 20s, so let's go back to that. And I found that actually going back into that meant that I wasn't thinking about drinking. I wasn't thinking about anything else that was particularly going on in my life and in my head whilst I was in the gym. And it also created healthy habits outside of that. So it made me think twice about my nutrition, hydration, rest periods. And yeah, it was a really solid focus. And that kept me going for at least 3 years in the sort of physique development. Brilliant to increase my knowledge all the time as well. Really, really enjoyed it. And of course, in that first 6 months to a year, your body changes so dramatically. And what's awesome is that you can see that, you know, you can actually see it. You know, there's a real result there. It tends to slow down a little bit after that. Those changes don't come quite as quickly. Sort of growth is still there, but it's a lot slower coming through. What I was also really, really conscious of certainly after the first year of training, was that I needed to put just as much sort of emphasis on my mental fitness
Yes.
as there was my physical fitness.
That's incredible. I mean, honestly, Tom, people see the physique. I mean, what's the least glamorous thing in all of this? What can Instagram not see? When all this is going on, because obviously you posted quite a lot on social media. You saw stuff. I mean, I saw the training. And I always had a smile on your face, and you'd be out on the bike, and you
Yeah.
go 60, 70 miles. I mean, you'd pop over and see me at work. What was the least glamorous thing out of all of that?
It was probably the getting up for the sea swims. I took the bold choice to cancel my pool membership. I think so. I started training in February. The Ironman was in end of August, so I think I cancelled the pool membership in maybe March, April time, which then forced me into sea swimming.
In
We live 500
wets,
meters from there.
in a
Yeah. No, no, it's safe. Yeah, full length wetsuit, and that was the hardest thing. That was pretty tough getting up before the sun was rising, walking out into the garage to put on a wetsuit from the day before, and I just used to cycle down, bike lock my bike to the railings there, and stand there and go, "We really want to do this?" But I always say, like, after the first 500 meters of the swim, where I think, God, why am I doing this? This is just poor. I really don't like it. My mind shift changes, and I go, oh, actually, it's not so bad. And then in reality, I could just keep going. And it's exactly the same on the bike. After the first couple of miles, I'm thinking, God, why? And don't even get me started on the run, because I'm already thinking that when I put my shoes on. I don't want to do this, but. Yeah, it's definitely those cold spring mornings, taking one step to the next into the sea. That was pretty grim.
Well, I know a lot of people will say the same, Tom, but what you did and what you did there to get yourself ready for that. I mean, there's not many people, and again, it's a mantra. I can imagine that you're telling yourself every time. You got to get
Yeah.
into that hard, dark place, and it's not easy. I mean, it obviously goes on to one of my questions, which is obviously, the hardest lesson that this is all taught you. Was it physical or mental, would you say?
Certainly, yes, but I'd say 50% of each in reality. Of course, your body's got to be primed and ready and fit for it. But it probably goes back to having that mindset of, I have done everything. We've got a friend that completed her first half marathon recently. And I said exactly the same to her as I said to myself one morning just before the Ironman, which was you built the plan, every day you executed the plan, and now you're going to go and run that race. And if you're confident in those things that you've done it, you've executed it, then everything will be absolutely fine. And it was absolutely fine. And she smashed her half marathon as well. Yeah, so it's just having that belief.
And
You don't.
she's obviously followed what you've been doing, and she obviously got what you've done and thought, well, it can be done. This guy's absolutely smashed it, and I'm doing half marathons. What is that? Is that 12 and a half miles? Is it? Am my maths?
Yeah, so 13 miles.
And
Yeah.
again, I think of my sort of little park runs that I do occasionally, and was that 3? And again,
Yeah.
his little legs weren't made for running. So, what do you struggle with? Discipline, balance, motivation? I mean, do you struggle with any of those things?
I've just heard from the back of the room, balance. So yeah, I don't struggle with discipline or motivation. People always talk about the fact that you have to have a why. What's your why? Why are you doing this? Mine's because if I keep myself healthy and fit, then that benefits everybody around me. From me being mentally and physically fit, then everything sort of comes out of that is great. Great people around me. Really lucky with my friends and family. But yes, probably balance. is there. I'm awful at relaxing. I can do it for about 10 minutes. I'm like, well, there we go. That's that done. What now? So yeah, it's probably that. And yeah, probably watching a film without falling asleep. That's my scale of how good the film was if I'm still awake.
Yeah.
That's it. It was good. Yeah. Otherwise, must have been crap.
I mean, that really does go into probably the next one. Obviously, what makes you feel most alive? Because obviously, when you're not training or meal prepping, etc. I mean, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing to sort of try and you say you don't relax, but you need to do something. What are you doing?
I think, you know, when we head out for a windy walk down the beach as a family, which is probably less often now that the eldest two aren't really interested in going for a walk with mum and dad, but certainly our youngest will still come with us, and that's great. Together, we're outside, we're doing something active. That sort of ticks all the boxes for me.
So, on a lighter note, but congratulate you on that anyway. What's your most embarrassing moments in the fitness world, would you say? I mean, is there anything that you can share with us apart from that toilet problem that obviously happened that you told?
That was private. That was just between you and me. So yeah, I had to rack my brains on this one because there hasn't really been any particular ones that I could think of. However, so my work takes me to deepest, darkest West Wales on a regular basis. So I train in a gym over there when I'm there. It was early one morning, and so I'd set up the bench for a shoulder press, and it was a bench that sort of nobody was using, which was quite strange because it's quite busy there in the morning. But I didn't question it, so I set the bench up, and I was literally 2 reps in, and the whole back of the bench just collapsed straight back down. My feet, yeah,
And obviously, I mean, the Welsh men are not
yeah,
small men. I mean, they're obviously kind of.
yeah.
I was going to do my Welsh accent there, but
Let's not offend people. And yeah, there was lots of laughter. Nobody came over to help me, probably because I was the English guy. But yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. But I did manage to catch it all on camera because I was recording the set for Instagram, and yeah, that was great. Brilliant.
so here's a question for you. If the 20-year-old you met you today, what would he say?
Good God, what on earth happened here?
Would he recognize you?
I don't think he would. No, I think he'd be like, "Oh, it sort of looks familiar, but not." His arms are bigger.
Definitely. But
Yeah, this one sort of gets me a bit actually because I've thought about this quite a lot. Certainly, there would have been a point that 20-year-old me would have been really disappointed with who I'd become and you know what I'd wasted effectively. Now I would like to think I'd be really proud, and would probably think, why didn't you do that sooner? Um, that's probably my biggest regret. Why didn't this turnaround happen just a little bit sooner in my life? And then yeah, things would have panned out differently. But we're all right now.
more than all right. So, quick fire. Don't think, just answer. Favorite cheat meal. Favorite cheat meal. Don't think.
Favorite a burger, probably a chicken burger, followed by at least half a cheesecake.
Followed by what? Song you train to.
Fortunate Son, Creedence
Oh,
Clearwater.
okay, yeah, good. Good. I like that. Thought you were going to say someone else, and I was going to criticise you. One supplement you'd keep.
One supplement I'd keep. My Perform Whey Isolate, which is here. It's banging. I absolutely love it. I could have that all the time.
Sponsored or something there, Tom? Are you?
No, but I'm open to sponsorship.
One rule for happiness, stroke.
One rule for happiness: be kind to yourself.
That's good. Tom, this has been brilliant, mate. Obviously, where can people follow your fantastic journey?
Mainly on Instagram. Not that I'm posting much at the moment because I always think if I'm bored by the content, then other people definitely will be. But I'll be sure to be posting again soon. So yeah, Instagram, Mr_Fordyce.
Well, look, thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, build bodies that last in a real world. Don't take it too seriously. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.